Good evening and welcome to WBS Prime News Live. It's the 27th day of February, the year 2015. And of course, taking a look at some of the stories we'll be looking at. Mukono Bits Wakiso as UNEB releases the 2014 USCE examinations. Also, the ICC prosecutor for Tobin Suda promises justice in the Dominic Ongwen trial as well. We'll be also taking a look at the National Population Advocacy Strategy that has been launched to support population communication, and a few of the stories highlighted that we'll be taking a look at in the sports segment will be 29 cars that have passed scrutineering for the Mbarara rally. Welcome aboard once again. I am Mildred Tohaise. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. The National Examinations Body, the Uganda National Examinations Board, UNEB, has released the 2014 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education results with 173 cases of malpractice reported, up from 34 last year. UNEB boss Matthew Bukenya revealed that a number of students did not comprehend the questions and failed to explain and display the maturity expected at A-level, leading to a significant number of them failing the examinations. Girls as well outperformed their male counterparts in the examinations that saw 108,419 candidates examined.
The long wait and anxiety surrounding the fate of the candidates who sat for the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education ended this morning as examinations body UNEB released the 2014 examination results. The results, according to the examination body, registered a significant improvement, with over 98.4% of those examined qualifying for the award of a USCE certificate. Based on the two principal passes required to join the university, 59.8% are on the safe side. Female candidates performed better than the males in humanities, general paper and subsidiary math, with the males performing better in the science subjects.
Historically, there is a misconception that girls cannot manage to do sciences. It is also possible that parents or teachers contribute to discouraging the girls from registering for science subjects, which is regrettable.
From the Executive Secretary's report, performance has improved in all large entry subjects. I particularly note the significant improvement in mathematics, physics and chemistry at the principal pass levels.
The number of females taking up science subjects, however, remains worrying, with the minister directing a probe into the situation.
I note the big drop in the candidature in the USCE 2014 examinations. I ask UNEB to investigate this to establish the real cause of this drop in the candidature at A-level. And I want to ask the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education and Sports as well to work with UNEB to find the critical reason for this drop.
On average, the urban schools still outperform their rural counterparts, with the Leptong and Zombo districts posting the worst failure rate. The analysis of the results, however, points to failure by candidates to comprehend the questions in what led to failure to express maturity expected in the answer scripts. Districts like Buvuma still do not have an A-level school, as UNEB announces that the e-registration will be used in all schools across the country, putting an end to the traditional methods used earlier. Education Minister Jessica Lupo also directed that all candidates who scored credits in science subjects should be allowed to pursue sciences at A-level to check the worrying number of girls offering the subject.
I am briefed that schools insist on candidates getting distinctions in science subjects before they are admitted for science combinations. A student who obtains a credit should be allowed to offer sciences at Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education in all schools, both private and public.
The significant rise in cases of malpractice from 34 to 173 points to desperation among students to excel in the exams.
There was no soft copy.
Sabit Joseph, WBS Television.
And this story creates the basis for our discussion tonight, and we are asking how can the increasing challenge of comprehension at national examinations be fought by UNEB? Once again, How can the increasing challenge of comprehension at the national examinations be fought by UNEB? Well, you can be a part of this discussion by simply going to our Facebook page, and that is www.facebook.com/WBS TV. Uganda will later on sample some of your reactions. Now, jubilations also rocked a number of schools across the city as results of the 2014 USCE examinations made their way to the schools. Excited teachers smiled away as they celebrated the outstanding performance of their stars who now stare at university education after their dreams came to reality.
Congratulations.
After years of hard work, it was time for smiles for the candidates who emerged victorious in the just released Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education results. Our first stopover was at Lubiri High School, where a number of students excelled in the examinations in what created a celebratory mood here at the Lubiri West School.
I feel very, very happy. I got 20 points. I did well. I'm very happy.
I got 17 points and I want to become a journalist.
The school administration attributes the results to hard work and dedication of the staff and the students.
We have 2 students who have scored 20 points. We have 5 students who have scored 19 points. Several of them have 18 points. We are indeed very excited. We thank God for this.
It was the same script, different cast at Kawempe Muslim School, as the star performers at the school as well gathered to celebrate a job well done in a school where over 10 students scored the ultimate 20 points.
You know, that hard work that we put in, all that effort, the teachers giving us the tests, and the discussions, you know, all that, thanks to God.
I'm happy, obviously, that was expected, though there are some disappointments in not maximizing the marks, but alhamdulillah, we thank everyone, our friends, our family, God most especially.
The administration as well says they have every reason to celebrate a job well done.
Our students have performed very well. I would like to thank the Almighty God for this good performance.
It is however here that we discovered an extraordinary story of an 18-year-old Ahumuza Shamuza Biaruhanga who lost her ability to hear while in primary 6 but scored 19 points out of 20 in what has amazed many people.
We came to learn her and to handle her. The first students were also very, very kind to her.
She accepted her condition wholeheartedly, and she's a girl who does not feel that she's what she is.
She is considered by the family as a miracle child who beat the odds to survive after severe illness.
My purpose was just to keep her in school with others. She just stays at school, and then we take her back. But surprisingly, when she went back, she picked up.
Even with the hardships surrounding her, she successfully completed her A-level, and now she's thinking of pursuing engineering at the university.
Most of the challenges were in class when the teacher is teaching. Most of the things I couldn't understand. Now, so I don't know, but as you can see, she was my friend. She helped me a lot in chemistry. And if I pass it out to thank her a lot.
For her, this journey is behind. The next is to become an engineer in the next few years. Our crew then visited Kakungulu Memorial School in Chibuli, where the headmaster attributed their success to hard work and teamwork, both in school management and staff.
To thank the board of governors, to thank the teachers and the students.
The same celebration was vivid in other schools at Emirates College School in Kowe. The headmaster says their success is derived from the school's attachment to God and hard work.
Completed the syllabi, they all completed. Not only that, the cooperation, the good cooperation between administration, staff, parents and the students has led us to this success.
At Chibuliasis, it was the same mode of celebrations.
Master Ajimatovu Ibrahim, because though we have a new head teacher, these were his candidates. The changes in the ministry were after that. But I would also like to appreciate the special work and teamwork that the teachers of Chibuli Secondary School and all the staff bring together.
Bulo Parent School could not contain it any further as they had to converge for prayers to thank the Creator for the success. This was also evidenced at St. Mary's College Tende in Wakiso, as the headmaster says their success has strong attachment to God, teamwork, and support from the school board. We congratulate all those who have performed well.
We say congratulations to each and everyone who performed well, and for those probably who have not managed to perform to their expectation, this is probably not the end. Away from issues of education, the ICC prosecutor for Bensouda has reassured the people of Uganda, especially regions of northern Uganda, that delivering justice and fairness will be key in the current court process of trying Dominique Ongwen before the ICC court. Now, Bensouda said this while addressing journalists at her first official visit to Uganda as the ICC prosecutor. The conference was held at Sheraton Hotel here in Kampala.
Government has reassured the ICC of cooperation and commitment on the current court process amid its dissenting African leader views that the court was biased against African cases.
Of the government's cooperation and support to my office, to the defense, and to the legal representative of victims as we continue on the path of fair and impartial justice for the people of Uganda.
The ICC prosecutor Fatal Bensouda made the remark after meetings out.
At the time, he was still a young, energetic youth, but ruthless and had complications in expressing himself in English. From here, it was all said to meet Kony, and there was no doubt. The right man and close to Kony was leading them to meet the man himself. Here they finally meet Kony with his fighters. Among them is the late Brigadier Vincent Oti. Time check is 8 a.m. in the morning, and it is tea time.
I talk with him.
The conversation is on, and the late Brigadier Vincent Oti, eloquent in English, tells the investigators that their fight is God-driven.
So this is the emblem of the Lord's Resistance Army. In the middle of the heart is the 10th commandment of God. We are fighting to defend the 10th commandment of God because people are not following the 10th commandment of God.
Kony says he's going to the bush is genuine and aimed at liberating Uganda.
We want the people of Uganda to be free. We want the people of Uganda, let me say it inside that we are fighting for democracy. We want people to be with total democracy.
Here he tells the team that he's a freedom fighter.
I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. At this time it is very difficult to do. But when we talk this peace talk, and that peace talk, when we talk and everything is finished well, we go.
As to whether he is a freedom fighter, your answer can as well be as good as mine.
Okay, we are still watching WBS Prime News Live. Now, in more stories, the managing director and board member at Uganda Telecom, Ali Amir, has resigned from both roles, citing personal and disclosed reasons. Amir will, however, stay on at the company till May as his replacement is being sought.
Ali Amir will be leaving Uganda Telecom Limited after less than 2 years of service at the helm of the company. During his tenure at UTL, Ali was able to significantly reduce the continuous year-on-year revenue slide and improved the profitability of the company over the last 3 years, according to a press release by UTL. Amir cites personal reasons for his resignation from both positions as managing director and board member.
Basically, the government of Libya were through the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Libya, which is their investment arm, and then they have various subsidiaries, which things like LIA, LAP, LabGreen, etc., etc. So, Uganda Telecom is part of LabGreen Network's overall African portfolio. You know, it's one of the 3 operating companies right now, and it's the largest in terms of overall size, etc. So I think if a decision is to be made by Lab Green, which is the majority shareholder, and which obviously would need to make that decision to sell or not, I think it would be, in my view, if I were Lab Green, maybe it's not in their interest to sell UTL off, because then they may not be left with a huge, let's say, portfolio of assets.
UTL has not had a smooth sailing since 2011, when the war that ousted Muammar Gaddafi in Libya started. The Libyan government, through Lab Green Networks, owns majority stake in UTL. Amir is the third managing director since 2011. According to the statement, Amir is credited for helping in the recovery of the telecom. Stephen Kaboyo, the UTL chairman, thanked Ali for his untiring efforts to continue the UTL turnaround despite such challenging circumstances. Lab Green Networks revealed that a new managing director will be nominated in the next few weeks. Amir joined UTL in 2012 and rose to managing director position a year later. He described his time at the telecom as having been a tremendous journey. Anita Mwangozi, WBS News Business.
Well, getting you back to our opinion poll question, our interactive segment, we're asking tonight, how can the increase in challenge of comprehension at national examinations be fought by UNEB? Once again, how can the increasing challenge of comprehension at the national examinations be fought by UNEB? Right here, taking on some of your responses on Facebook, this is Odonkara Joffrey, who says, the very people who set the questions are the very people who leak the information, so let them sort themselves out. Mark Cosmozil Cosmos, oh well, there's a quite botanical names on Facebook, says, Stop Satan had questions. Peter Sandy Nwara also says, teachers need to finish the syllabi in time so that they familiarize candidates with the kind of questions set at a national level. As well, Bamutulaki Henry says strict regulations, as well as Muhereza Duncan, who says strict regulations as well can work. Now, we still have more of your comments, but we'll be sampling them later on. For now, let's take a break. When we return, we'll be talking sports.
Zing, the ultra-low-cost mobile phone instant messaging app, allows you to stay in touch with friends, family, and the world around you. Designed in Africa for the world, Zing works on most featured phones and all smartphones and actually rewards you to stay in touch. Zing is 100% free to download and has been cleverly designed to use minimal data, ensuring you stay in touch for longer. It's amazing. Zing is secure and encrypted, ensuring peace of mind over time you chat. Add some Zing to your life. It really is amazing.
My name is Musa, your travel agent. I'm taking you around Africa, our motherland, a land gifted with beauty that flows right from Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. Our first destination will be Rwanda, a land of hills and beautiful ladies. Then Tanzania, the home to the great Kilimanjaro mountain. And Kenya, the Masai Mara home. If I may ask, anyone with more exciting sights?
Movitable jelly and Movitable soap.
That shows her love for quality African-made products. In fact, I move with Movit Herbal Jelly too.
My friends and I at Campus all use Movit Herbal products. As in, I even carried mine.
To have a good service, I first bathe with Movit Herbal soap.
You see, I gave the right answer. Even at home, we use Movitable gel and Movitable soap. Me too.
Movit. All day confidence.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Let's take a look at what's happening in Prime Sport. And after a closed meeting with the Federation of Uganda Football Association on Thursday afternoon, Uganda Super League clubs have agreed to recall off the boycott and played this evening as well. Clubs together will have agreed that the latter should come out with a formal communication by Monday regarding the current state of the league and particular league they are to play. As the clubs agreed to continue with the fixtures of the Azam Uganda Premier League as scheduled On Tuesday as well, URAFC and Kira Young refused to honor their fixtures against Sowana and Bright Stars, respectively, following an order from 12 of the 16 clubs that sat at Hotel Africana a few days to kick off. Now, URAFC and Kira Young were docked 3 points and 3 goals each, a decision yet to be rekindled. The two parties will, however, still meet on Monday, March the 2nd, as earlier communicated, with the topic discussion still on how to negotiate the ongoing injunction as clubs agreed to join hands with the FA to sort the court processes. Now, in the games played today, Entebbe lost to Express FC 1-0. Bull FC as well beat Lueza 3-2, and Vipers have managed to pick 3 points from the Sadolin away in Bugembe. But also looking at rallying, 29 cars today passed the scrutineering, and their drivers set to fire them up at tomorrow's super special stage runs set to be held at Pine Ridge Massacre. According to the clerk of course for the event, David Insovia, all is still as earlier said, and the start order for 2 super special stage runs will be in descending.
With the number of cars passing scrutineering this evening, fans await big action tomorrow at Pine Ridge Massacre. Speaking to WBS on phone, clerk of course for the event, David Insovia, affirmed that the number of vehicles made good scores on the scrutineering card. Insovia added, the starting order at the circuit will be in descending order and will only change on Sunday when reigning national champion Ronald Sebuguzi hits the road first. Chasing in second place with smart driver Umar Mayanja, as rookie driver Wilberforce Polipole will follow in third place. Invest defending champion Duncan Mubiruchi Kankane will follow in the fourth position, as 2008 national champion Dr. Ahmed Ashraf seals the top 5 flight. Back in action include Kukula and GT under the seats of Mitsubishi Evo 9, Desh Kananura in the Subaru N14, and Peter Kakaide in Subaru Impreza N10. Frank Sirugo, WSTV, Kampala.
That is Prime Sport. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Think you have nothing to sell? Look around your home. You'll find something you don't use anymore that you can sell on OLX.
Simply download the OLX app, take a photo of the item you want to sell, post it on OLX for free, meet the buyer, and tunda! OLX, everything sells.
News Summary is brought to you by
Everybody use Movit's Apple Jelly. Movit is amazing. Movit's Apple Jelly. Movit is the best. Movit, all the confidence.
From the Executive Secretary's report, performance has improved in all large entry subjects.
Mukono beats Wakiso as UNEB releases the 2014 USCE exam results.
Cooperation and support to my office, to the defense, and to the legal representative of victims as we continue on the path of fair and impartial justice.
ICC prosecutor Fatal Bensouda promises justice in the Dominic Ongwen trial.
I put in the Uganda Vision 2040. We may have to talk of 2 children per family.
National Population Advocacy Strategy launched to support population communication. And 29 cars passed scrutineering for the Mbarara rally.
News Summary is brought to you by
Everybody use Movit Apple Jelly. Movit is amazing. Mums and Movit Apple Jelly. Movit is the best. Movit, all the confidence.
Okay, now thank you very much for being a great and wonderful audience. We finally are coming to the end of tonight's edition of WBS Prime News Live. But just a reminder of our opinion poll question. We were asking how can the increase in challenge of comprehension at national examinations be fought by the UNAIB? And of course, taking on a little more of your responses, this is Abiriga John Angwe, who says papers should be set out of Uganda. That's interesting. Bob and Tracy Mark Dyke says, isn't the questions the language and the vocabulary? On Zoma Ibrahim, Joel says, by providing maximum security to the exams. Trisha Patra says, following the cases of leakage, as well as finally, I would want to take a look at Okuro Moses, who says it's just unstoppable. Well, thank you very much for all those who managed to participate with us in our interactive segment. The responses are immense. I cannot be able to take them all. But thank you so much for engaging with us. I'm Mildred Tohaise, and we finally come to an end of tonight's bulletin. Have a good night, and may God bless you. Stay tuned to WBS TV.